Hey everybody, it's Clint here with CCUA, here for a special Saturday edition of our VEG Out videos. We had some technical difficulties on Tuesday. I'm sure we're all pretty familiar with navigating new technologies at this point. So today, we have a fun craft for you. We're going to be making some seed tape. So if you've never seen it or heard of it, seed tape is essentially just a strip of paper about an inch wide that you can plant in the ground in lieu of planting seed after seed after seed after seed. So there's a way that you can actually make it and store it at home as opposed to buying it in the store. So today we're going to be making some carrot seed tape. Now the things that you're going to need for this are some toilet paper, which may be in short supply, a ruler or yardstick, some scissors, a pin. We're going to use a flour-water mixture as a little bit of paste or adhesive. Just a bit of flour and water mixed together until it's about glue consistency. And then whatever seeds you want to use. I just happen to have some Danver carrot seed laying around that we'll use for this. So you're going to need to take your toilet paper, and you can make whatever length that you need for your garden. For this, we're just going to do about a 3-foot section just to show what's up. So get that laid out. You got to be gentle with it. It's tissue paper, easy to rip. The next step is going to be to cut the whole thing in half lengthwise, or really long hot dog style. And it doesn't have to be perfect. A craft knife might work a little bit better in this instance, but we'll work with what we've got, right? One advantage of seed tape over standard seeds is that you get all the spacing done early, so it can be a little bit easier on your back. There's not as much bending up and down to get to ground level to get all those seeds in. I've used seed tape a few times with mixed success. Usually it works pretty well. One of the tricks is that doing it this way, you get your seeds spaced out in the amount of space that they need right off the bat. Which can make it easier, help save seeds, but if any of those seeds don't germinate, you don't have the chance to thin them like you would if you just planted regular seeds at a closer rate. All right, just about got our toilet tissue cut up here. And this is going to make 2 lengths of seed tape. So at the end of this, we'll actually have 6 total feet of seed tape. 2 3-length sections. And there we are. So with these carrots that I got, they're supposed to be planted eventually at 3 inches per carrot. So we're going to go ahead and measure that out. I've got a pin here just to make a little mark at 3 inches. Or every 3 inches anyway. $18, $21, $24, $27, $30, $33, and $36. All right, so the next thing we need to do is put a little dab of our glue on the edge. I'll move this so that you can get a better shot on the outer edges of where we put our marks. And so I'm just going to use this paint cap here. You could use or pin cap here. You could use a paintbrush or whatever you got laying around. But you don't need much, just a little drop will do. You want to make sure that the consistency of whatever you're using as your adhesive is kind of glue-like. You don't want it to be too thin, or else it's just gonna kind of bleed through the paper and not be super helpful. So it shouldn't drip off of whatever you're using to apply it. It should stay on there, a nice little glob. And like I said, just a little dab will do you on each one of those spots. And there we go. So now we can apply our seeds. I'm going to go ahead and move this other strip out of the way so we can focus on just the one. So go ahead and open your seed packet. And then I'm going to just pour a little bit. Carrot seeds are super, super, super small. So you really don't need too much at all. And you're just going to put 1 or 2 seeds on each little dab of adhesive that we put down. So just a handful. It really doesn't take too many seeds at all. But hopefully when this is all said and done, we'll get about 12 carrots out of this. This is a nice kind of meditative activity as well. A lot of counting, a lot of measuring, and of course, crafting. And there we go. We've got all of our little chunks, little dollops seeded. And so the next step is just to very carefully fold the whole thing in half and kind of press it down. And so this adhesive plays 2 roles. It's going to keep our seeds in place, and it's also going to help the toilet tissue adhere to itself so that it doesn't come undone. Just like this. And so now you have a nice 3-foot chunk of seed tape. Now you could go plant this right now if you wanted to, or what you can do is leave it out for just a little bit and wait for it to dry. Once it dries, you can actually store this and save it for later inside of an airtight container. Once it dries, then you can just roll it up into a coil, put it in a mason jar or an old Tupperware, and then save it for whenever you need it. So thanks for joining us today, everybody. We would love to see if you all make some seed tape at home. Go ahead and leave a picture in the comments or send us a message, and we will see you all next week. Have a good weekend.